Pisces, this is your weekly reading for November 25th through December 1st. So thank you for tuning in to Rogue Mystic Divination, and I do dailies, weeklies, and monthlies here. If you are new, please make sure that you like and subscribe the video and come back for more readings. If you would like a personal reading, please be sure to check the Ko-Fi link down in the description, and I will be sure to get that to you as soon as possible. There is a Ko-Fi shop, and there should be enough information there where you should be able to figure it out. So make sure you remember to put your question in the description box, or in the whatever box it is. But for Pisces, for the week, for Monday, we have options that are not options. You're going to find yourself realigning to your personal values, and even though you have choices, you could be overwhelmed by them. This could be because you're having a breakthrough in work and having multiple job offers being sent to you, but being unsure of which one would be the correct choice. Make sure you stay aligned to your personal values and understand that the best choice may not be the most obvious one. For Tuesday, your foundation is going to be reinforced by being able to celebrate something today. You're going to get some kind of news, some kind of information that's going to have you celebrating at the top of your lungs. However, some part of this you may want to keep quiet. There is a celebration, a connection that you've been waiting on, but even if it's not a connection that's coming into your life, it could just be one being strengthened by some event or something else that's going on. For Wednesday, financial stability, financial independence. You're going to be able to reap the fruits of your labor and gain some kind of reward for all the hard work that you've been putting in. Even though you may want to show off with this, make sure that you're doing things that actually bring comfort into your life rather than more responsibility. You've worked to get to this point in your life, and there's nothing wrong with just investing in some peace and quiet. Enjoying wildlife, enjoying what it is that you immediately surround yourself with, and being proud of the stability that you fostered for yourself and for the connections immediately around you. You are going to be able to be self-sufficient, but it may still take a little bit more work to get to that 10 of Pentacles. So Thursday, we have the Page of Pentacles. Lots of foundational stuff for Pisces so far this week. You are manifesting something out of thin air, and it could be because of these opportunities that you're being offered at the beginning of the week. Because nothing is set in stone yet, you're going to have a choice as to what it is that you develop long term, and your ambitions could be a little bit too ambitious, but with due diligence, you will be able to acquire and achieve what it is that you desire. For Friday, we have the Page of Swords. Even though you're developing some ideas and developing your mind around something, you may have to relearn a skill or change the idea that you have about something. Someone could be coming in with a new way of communicating, a new way of saying something, a new way of teaching you that you haven't seen the value in before, but in this context, coming from this person, it could actually help advance you in some way. For Saturday, we have the Seven of Wands. So being on the defensive isn't totally wrong for you right now. There is a challenge that's coming up that you may find yourself very protective over something, but in the long run, it's going to help you define boundaries or redefine boundaries in a way that you didn't see yourself doing before. I see a lot of the Seven of Wands for you being something that, well, since you're busy now, why aren't you doing the thing that I wanted you to do? Well, I thought you were going to do this. Well, I thought you were going to do that. You're going to have to make sure that you maintain control and keep these boundaries up, because you have certain priorities now that you may not have had before and that other people may not have seen the value in. Just because people are coming at you too with, well, I don't see why you needed to do it that way, or I don't see why you needed to go that way or that way about it, or why you needed to do this or why you needed to do that, why can't you just, well, they can live their life however it is that they want. You have things to deal with, and you do not need to deal with them the way that other people tell you to deal with them. You can maintain control right now, and that's all you need to do. Stay on track with what it is that you're focused on and keep heading towards that goal. For Sunday, these walls are made to be seen through for a reason. It's almost as if they're there so that they're visible, but also so that people can show you how much they're willing to violate these boundaries. You may be proven right about someone being able to or being willing to violate a boundary that you have set in stone, and even though you have set up reminders and set up, obvious consequences for violating these boundaries, it could be a last stand where you may have to cut them out of your life for a while. This isn't just their persistence in violating your boundaries, but your persistence in maintaining yours, which is going to take some courage on your part, but all you have to do is stand there and just watch what it is that they're willing to do out of sheer stupidity or greed. And know that just because you're preparing for the worst does not mean that the worst is going to happen. So as much as it's not the best idea to be a reactive personality, it is important that you still pay attention and understand what's going on. Just because a fly bursts into the room, though, does not mean you need to break out an AK-47 and take it down. You'll end up destroying more than you end up protecting at that point. And yeah, overreacting to a minor annoyance is not going to get you anywhere. It may actually end up causing you to backpedal. But for the overall energy of the week for Pisces, you have the world. You're going to find something, completion in something. You're going to find acceptance and wholeness in something that you have wanted to obtain for a while. Any moves that you make right now during the week are going to end up, even if they don't necessarily directly end up paying off, they're going to pay off somehow to where you get exactly what it is that you needed to get at the time. Be patient with everything that's going on and understand that even if you're denied something in one place, you will be accepted or welcomed with open arms in another. So, almost like they've been waiting for someone like you. For your 3-card pick a card for the week, you have 1, 2, and 3. For question 1, as I bite my tongue, you have the 7 of Swords. Someone thinks that they're getting away with something, but this could be how you're feeling, almost as if you're betraying someone and the teachings that they've been trying to teach you, the lessons they've been trying to teach you, but really the lessons they've been trying to teach you have been doing nothing but hurting you. And they haven't given you tools, they've given you weapons, and these weapons have done nothing but hurt you up until this point. And even whenever you're trying to act strategically and do what you need to do for you, this trickery that you've been undergoing has been a total betrayal, and it's what it is that you've been putting the work in or somebody else's direction has been getting you nothing but painful lessons, including the one that's causing you to run away. And your answer is no. For card 2 and question 2, you have the Hermit in reverse. So isolation is not necessarily going to be a bad thing. But if you distance yourself and put yourself into a third-person perspective, you may end up gleaning some kind of information or inspiration from the situation that you are currently dealing with, and it may help you in the long run. Be patient with yourself and understand that even if you see things one way, you also need to see them the other way in order to understand what's going on. And card 3. Something is going to be a disappointment, and your answer is no. You're not going to get what you want how you wanted it, but there's still ground that's being prepared for your next movement. Something is going to go on that could lead to a separation, but it could be because there was a third party interfering in something they shouldn't have never been interfering with. But Pisces, thank you for tuning in. Again, please be sure to like and subscribe to Rogue Mystic Divination, and check the description box for any information you may be looking for.